brought to you tonight by City of Angels and Jay, and by O'Connor's American Bar and Grill of Mount Holly, the official caterers of Rock On Radio. Jody Weber, CPA, as well as actress Eileen Sullivan. You weren't at the happy hour the other night.
No, I didn't.
Eileen was there.
Was she?
Yeah, she was there.
She was the
came
one
out.
before that. Too.
She was. I'm telling you, she's out of control.
I was supposed to be there. I was planning on being there. And it was technical difficulties again.
Technical difficulties at home?
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. I get it.
Everywhere.
I'm having those today, Art. I'm having technical difficulties today. Also, John Alberici. Oh, Johnny's Autoglass.
Are we forgetting anybody?
Zen Archer Hot Sauce.
Zen Archer Hot Sauce.
DL Byron, the only radio program sponsored by an award-winning hot sauce maker.
And we're going to be getting some hot sauce from
Sexy Chef Wendy. As a matter of fact, on the way home from here tonight, I'm going through the post office because I have a couple things to mail, and I'm going to go to my P.O. box.
Ooh.
See? That's right. I live right by
we may have hot sauce for Easter.
Well, these guys might be. They're not too young, but there was a post office in Hamilton that was attacked by anthrax right after the terrorist attacks in New York, and they were closed for over a year by the time they went through the entire building and so on and so forth. And yes, that's where my P.O. box is. But it's been up and running and for the good now for years. But yes, that's it. I'm not sure. Am I forgetting anybody? Claire's not here tonight. So
not that I'm aware.
I'm kind of lost. She was my right arm, and I feel like I'm missing that. But if you want to give us a call tonight, you can do so by going to 609-241-7103. That's 609-241-7103. And you can join the conversation with any kind of questions or comments or anything of that nature. In about a minute or so, we're expecting a call from Great White's Anthony Cardenas. And later on at 7:30 p.m., we have a segment with Sexy Chef Wendy, another rockin' recipe segment. And I want to reach out with the party's only like a week away, man. Like 9 days away now.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, April 24th at the Asbury Hotel, 210 Fifth Avenue in Asbury Park, New Jersey, the 10th annual Rock On Radio Celebration Bash. And we will be there. And hello, welcome to Rock On Radio. Who's this?
It's Tony calling you from Shadow and the Thrill.
There he is. Tony of Shadow of the Thrill. How are you, sir? Shadow and the Thrill.
Good.
I'm sorry. That's right. You know what I did? I introduced you as Tony from Great White.
It all works.
It all works. How are you, Tone?
Doing good, man. It's just I'm here in California, and it's kind of an overcast, not a beautiful day, but it's okay. It's all right. Life's good.
Oh yeah, and it's really good because you have out a new disc called which is called Sugar Bowl, right?
Yes, sir.
There
Yes,
you
sir.
go. And that's Shadow and the Thrill. So you're kind of like the Shadow, and who is the Thrill?
I'm waiting on Brent Arseman as we speak. He was supposed to get into Los Angeles and get down here in time for this, but I think he's a little bit delayed. That's Brent Arseman, and he's been a long time friend of mine and sometime collaborator. And he's just a monster musician, drummer, and has a great vocabulary with the keys as well, the Hammond B3 and Rhodes, those kind of instruments, which are kind of lend itself to what it is that we're trying to make, a kind of a blues-oriented, heavier thing, classic kind of sounding thing.
Okay, and well, apparently you've succeeded.
Thank you. Yeah, I think we did a good job. I think once people really get a chance to digest, some of these tracks, I think we'll have a good little run here.
Now, what was the impetus? I mean, what made you want to do this disc?
I kind of got into a situation where there was an album project ongoing with with Jack Russell's Great White, which I go out and play with, and it just I don't know. I guess it was maybe my songwriting or whatever, just kind of wasn't jiving with what it was they really wanted to do, and so I kind of just took the songs and just went. Decided to try to do them on my own, and I tried to think of who ideally would I want to play with, and Brent has been a guy that I've always really enjoyed working with and playing with, in the sense that it just there's a sense of groove and pocket playing with him as a drummer that that just sparks my imagination and makes me a better player. So I thought that's what's up. I want to work with Brent. He lives in New Orleans. I love New Orleans. We're going to New Orleans. We're going to make a record. That's how it came about.
Oh, okay. And that's where you said you recorded it, correct? Down in New Orleans?
Most of it, yes. Most of the major, tracking for the foundation of the tracks, the songs, drums, bass, and guitars, keyboards. Most of it's done there at the Music Shed in New Orleans, which is a famous studio there. A lot of great classic albums come out of there. REM's worked out of there. U2's worked out of there. It's a well-known joint.
Okay. Now you sent me. You actually sent me some tracks to earlier yesterday, I believe it was. You sent me some tracks. Do you want to talk about what it is you sent me? And
I sent you. I sent you. I think
the entire album.
Yeah, we had gotten out, a very kind of targeted playlist to folks through our press guy, and that was pretty much the kind of the meteor rock, tracks on the album, and I felt like what, if that made sense to you, then maybe the rest of this would make sense to you. So I sent you the rest of the album, which has a couple of more blues tinged tracks, a couple of songs that are in a shuffle, beat, like a 6/8 beat, which is for folks that are out there that are not maybe musicians, something that's more along the lines of "Take It to the Limit" by the Eagles. It's kind of a waltz, almost a waltz thing, but obviously we do it in a rock way, and it is a rock band. And I think some of those tracks are really notable. Crazy, our cover of Gnarls Barkley's song "Crazy," I think is going to really surprise a lot of people.
No kidding. You wouldn't expect that out of a blues rock band, especially harder, guys who rock a little bit harder like you fellas do. So you also said to me that this album has a theme to it. Now we do have one lady in studio tonight. I've got a 4-piece band sitting in here. Super Judge is here with me. Say hi, guys.
Hey Tony, how you doing?
And there is one young lady in here. Simone is our studio audience, and she just ordered pizza for everybody across the street. But so she is the lone estrogen here in Testosterone City. So this whole, I just don't want. I'm prepping her like this, Tony, because I don't want her to feel like isolated. Because the theme of this record is heartbreak and ironically enough, like the single "Misery."
A little bit, yes. I mean, and I think yes.
Oh,
and
you're married.
I will say, I'll say this once, and I have my girlfriend's here in the background too, so I'm going to be very careful myself. But yeah, I think I think as I've grown older, and I've been through a couple of things and a couple, relationship issues with, sundry people. I, as a man, realizes that only a woman can teach you the blues, and so that's where this came from, and that's where it started. And that track "Misery" is literally the beginning of the whole process of gathering songs together, songs that I've written, prior. But that track "Misery" is definitely was the kind of the spark, and it's like, okay, let's just gather all of the anger and disappointment and all the other things together, and just let it rip, man. Just tell it like it is. And I think most of the album is definitely very honest. There's no doubt about that.
And that's what I guess as musicians we all strive for, is to make an honest album.
I had to feel it. And I thank God for Brent. He helps me put to whatever it is that I'm trying to get out a really a slinky, greasy, groove to almost everything we do. So that helps a lot. It helps a lot.
There you go. All right. Well, I got two more things before I let you go, so I can get to my in-studio guest, Super Judge. Number one, how do we find you? How do we find the Shadow or Shadow and the Thrill? Website, social media, what do we have?
Absolutely. We're on, obviously the Facebook and Instagram. Pop out there and just look for Shadow and the Thrill. YouTube as well. The first single and the video for Misery is out there on YouTube. Misery is available as a single on iTunes, and you can add it on Spotify and all the other streaming services. So we're out there, and we're going to follow up Misery with another single here pretty quick. And it's called Shake the Devil. That's a track by the cover that we did of the Tommy Bolin song. It's kind of an obscure Tommy Bolin song, and it's so just, to use a California term, it's just bitching.
There you go.
Really, it brings the kid out of me. You know what I mean? I feel like a 13-year-old when I hear that track, and when we play it, it just got a slinky groove. It sounds evil, and we had a great time with it. That's coming next.
All right, fantastic. Well, we're gonna play Misery when we get off the phone. We're gonna spin that, and then we're gonna come back with our guest, Super Judge, here on Rock On Radio. But any advice for these guys before I let you go?
Just you got to always try to keep it real, and do what's in your heart, and if somebody listens to that and they like that, then they like you.
Beautiful. All right, Tony. Thank you, my friend. It was a pleasure talking again today, as well as yesterday. And I wish you the best of luck with the project. And if you come east, let me know, man. I'm definitely coming out to see you guys.
You better believe it. We'll get out there. See you guys. Good luck with the band there, and have some fun there today.
There you go. Thanks. Super Judge. All right. Thanks, Tone. Rock on.
See ya.
There you go. Tony Cardenas of Shadow and the Thrill. And this is a tune off of their recently released disc called Misery here on
oh, my misery. She don't know my misery.
Shadow and the Thrill right here on Rock On Radio. Welcome back, everybody. I am Danny Coleman, and our in-studio guests are Super Judge, and you are.
I'm David Griffin.
And you are.
Evan Melendez.
And you are.
John Amoroso.
I'm Lucas Miller.
There you go. Now, hopefully we'll remember that. Evan, I know, because he's been here before, and surprisingly decided to come back. But yes, Evan is here, and we're going to be talking about your music. We're going to be talking about all kinds of things. You guys have a CD out or no? Or are you working on one?
We're working on it. We got to get it mastered right now.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you got the recording done.
The recording is done. Yep.
All right. Well, first of all, where are you guys from?
We're from Old Bridge.
Old Bridge.
That's where we practice. Yep.
Okay. All right. So you're not that bad. Right down 33 here.
Not too bad.
Or 130, right?
Yeah, it's like
Cranberry
37
South River
minutes.
Road, cut over. Yeah, sort of, maybe.
We took 33 here.
Okay.
smooth sailings.
That's it.
It's like the border of Nottawa.
Okay, it's Sunday night. There's not a lot of traffic, so that's cool.
Exactly.
So, where did you record it?
We went to Shorefire Studios
okay.
in Long Branch.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy there, Joe, we love him. He really treated us right, and it was a great experience for all of us. First time we had all been in the studio,
Right. Oh, really?
Yep.
As a band,
As
you
a-
mean, or individuals?
As a band, definitely.
Oh,
As a band.
As a band.
Did you guys?
When
do
I was in
anything with-
Brookdale, I went to the studio there a couple times.
Oh, okay.
When we went to the high school, we used to do the radio show there. So
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Brookdale Community College.
Long time ago.
They have a great radio station.
it is.
Yeah, they do.
The 90.5 the night, and they've got experienced. I mean, I love Rich Robinson, Jeff Raspy, Stu,
Mhm.
all good guys that support original music, and
Yeah, I mean,
I've
love
actually, I actually did I was invited on a student had a show. I guess he had to do something, kind of like his exam was to have, I guess, a live broadcast or whatever. But so,
that's a cool exam.
well, I guess it was part of the program where he had to do so many hours or something. I mean, it was
Yeah.
something to that effect. But the woman that I was playing drums for at the time, she was asked to come on.
Oh, nice.
So I went in there and did that with the other three guys, or her and the other two guys in the band. So it's a nice studio over there. So it's well run. So good for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. So what do you want to talk about?
Well, you can
I love the look on their faces.
you can find our music online. Like even though it's not mastered yet, you can still listen to the whole EP for free. It's on YouTube and SoundCloud right now. So soundcloud.com/superjudgeband. Same thing for the YouTube page. We're Super Judge Band on there. Find us on Facebook, Super Judge Band. So just everything at Super Judge Band. Instagram too. So you can find that all on there. Listen to it for free, and eventually when we get it mastered and finish it off as an LP, we'll also release that in free mediums as well.
Okay, there you go. Now, how did you guys? Well, first, how about the name? How do we come up with Super Judge?
That's this guy
Oh,
right
it
over
was
here.
it was a long
That was a
process.
fight.
It
We
didn't
could
start.
not agree on a name.
Yeah.
It's a long process, but I'm a huge fan of like New Jersey rock, and Monster Magnet is one of my favorite bands.
Okay.
They have a song and an album called Super Judge. And I always thought, why not a band name? Because Deep Purple has the album Machine Head, and
Right.
I'm also a fan of that band, which is Machine Head. So I figured, we can definitely use the name and have no real trouble with it, And I always wanted it. So
He threw the name in the hat.
we threw a
Yeah.
bunch of names in a hat.
His dad picked out Super Judge.
Yep.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
It was pretty hard getting something all four of us would agree to,
Yeah.
but eventually it came to like, we couldn't even, you need a name to send an email to get a gig. And that was like, all right, that's it. Where, we got serious about it. And
I have a notebook
Super
that has
Judge.
about 50 potential names we're going to use.
See,
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys did it the old-fashioned way. One of the quotes from, and again, I'm paraphrasing here, but one of my favorite quotes was from John Paul Jones of Led Zeppelin fame. But when he
Of
was
course.
in those the Crooked Vultures,
Oh yeah, the little super
Right,
group.
yeah,
Yeah.
Dave Grohl.
yeah, and when he was doing that, he said, now they're talking about how to come up with the names. Now they have name band or band name generators online.
Oh yeah.
What's I miss the old days when you'd down a fifth, sacrifice a goat, just go out on stage as whatever you wanted. So, but when I remember my very first band, we couldn't think of anything, and I wound up doing this only a couple years ago again. I was 14 when I first did it, and then I did it when I was like 54.
small difference.
And yeah, a little bit, a few decades in between. And my mother of all people, trying to find a name for our band. It was my very first band ever. Trying to find a name for our band. We do. My mom goes over, grabs a dictionary, flips a bunch of pages, and goes,
Ah,
finger.
yeah.
and it lands on Valhalla.
Oh,
That's a
That's
good
pretty-
name.
that's a
pretty epic.
really good
That's
name.
yeah.
Really good name.
I said to the guys, "Well, I think my mom just
We're
named
done."
the band."
Yeah.
They were like, "Whoa, cool!" So, and then I was there's a YouTube show out called One More with Brian Eric. That show started out as One More with Danny Coleman.
Oh really?
I was the original host, and that was the same thing. We were sitting in the producer's kitchen trying to think of a name for the program, drinking Jack Daniels, and I was like, "Get the dictionary," and we kind of one, and we just started writing down words that we put our fingers on. One, there's a boat in Ocean City, Maryland, and a bar that they have beach, and they put seats around it called One More. And I'm like, that's it. So that's, anything's possible.
Yeah.
So how did you guys form then? In order to get to this name, you had to get together. So who knew who and who came from where?
Great story.
The two of them were friends. I don't know, you guys meet in high school or before that?
Yeah, well, we got close in high school.
Yeah. Me and Evan met in high school. We're a little bit older. We met in high school at Oldbridge High School. Freshman year, we started jamming and everything, trying to be a metal band. Long hair, leather jackets. Didn't work out. But then, actually, I think it was our mutual friend of ours introduced Luke to us, and Luke already knew John. And after about, I guess, not even a year.
It sounds
yeah.
very biblical.
Yeah.
I mean, for a little while,
Well, it is Easter.
we were like, we had a three-piece going on. These two over here were like, I've always wanted a keyboard player in the band, and I'm craving that like keyboard sound. And I was like, I know the guy, and we invited John to come to practice, and he fit right in.
There you go.
Yeah.
That leaves Evan.
That's it.
The drummer.
Yeah.
It was really cool though because we already had some songs written, and John was able to add keyboard tastefully to the songs and everything.
Oh God,
and
is
then
that difficult?
I mean,
That was so stressful. I wasn't even like fully in the band yet, and I got these songs, and they're good songs. And like, oh man, I gotta do something without stepping on it.
that's how we knew it was a good fit though, because he could add something that was already there and make it better. So he was the fourth sound we were looking for. So that
Yeah,
was really
okay.
cool. And then we started writing songs collaborative as, all of us together. Then we came up with some of the songs you're going to hear today and everything. So it was very cool. We're happy, we have the people in the band that we have. And honestly, wouldn't have it any other way.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're going to get to one of those tunes as soon as we're done. We have a rock and recipe segment with sexy chef Wendy coming up at 7:30. She's doing something with a word I can't pronounce and caramelized onions.
I heard brioche at one point.
And brioche. Yeah, something else there.
Sounds
I don't
heart
know.
healthy.
That's why I count on Wendy. Tonight must be LA night. Although I think she's in Arizona right now, but she lives in LA, and Tony was in LA.
She did something in Arizona recently. I did see that.
Some model, some shoot for Tesla or something. Yeah.
That's awesome.
We're gonna get to some of that music. So how many songs is it going to be an EP and
Yeah,
full
the
length?
EP
What are we
is
doing?
5 songs, right?
Plus an
5
intro.
songs
Okay.
and a little intro
Mm.
track.
Yeah.
An intro
Maybe
track.
5.5, 6. Depending on
Whatever you
how
want to count it as. It's at least 4.
You think? If we run them together, if we go with David wanted to do and just run them all together, we're gonna be. You're gonna have one.
Yeah, so how about that song we heard an hour ago?
Yeah. It was, wait, that wasn't out. So, who is the principal songwriter in this?
Oh, we
Great-
all
great
bring
question.
ideas to the
All of
table.
us have written
It's
songs.
me.
lyrically.
It's definitely me. No, I'm just kidding. It's collaborative.
It's always a drummer.
It's pretty cool because we've all written songs individually, and we're also working on things. Like I'm not a singer. You can hear my voice. I can't sing. So
Says who?
I say I can't sing. But what I'll do is
He's a screamer.
And did you ever there was a show back in the 1960s called Gomer Pyle, USMC.
Full Metal Jacket?
Which was Jim Neighbors, who talk like this, but sing like this, so look it up. Well, hello, sexy Chef Wendy. Yeah, it's time for Rockin' Recipes right here on Rock On Radio. What's up, baby?
Hey, how are you? Happy Sunday, guys. Thanks for having me on again.
Oh,
Going.
I'm telling you, we are fantastic. Now, are you in LA or are you still in Arizona?
No, I am in Arizona, and I thank you very much. I heard that I got a package from you. It arrived when I was gone. I can't wait to open it. And you, in fact, will be receiving a package from me as well. Hopefully before your big soiree, your 10-year anniversary.
Ooh, I hope so. That's coming up April 24th. You're flying in for that.
I know.
Right?
I've got. Well, I'm definitely making a video for you, Danny. So I hope you show everybody.
Oh, we will. We'll put that up there. Art will take care of that. Engineer Art.
Great.
So
Great. Yeah, I've been all over the place. I think the last time I spoke to you, well, I've been to Coachella, which I'm sorry you guys must be freezing cold there, but it was hot and amazing and just a fantastic weekend. So I did some events there, and I'm in Arizona for a couple events. I'll be back in LA on Tuesday.
ooh, fantastic. How was Coachella? That's a huge festival.
It's huge. I cooked. I just kept everybody happy.
Nice.
For a room full of influencers. It's just it's so much fun. I love their creativity. I love the way people dress. It's an absolute blast. I mean, it's wild. The town is completely taken over. Parties everywhere. Great music. Great time.
Ooh. Now we need.
I'm sharing one of my recipes that I prepared.
I see that.
There.
You've got some stuff in there I can't even pronounce. What is that one with the corn? Cornichon? Cornichino?
Cornichon.
Okay. What the heck is that?
Okay. Hey, everybody knows, when you go to these, you see these big fruit and cheese platters, and you see these tiny little pickles. You're like, what the heck are those, right?
Okay.
Those are cornichons. You know what I'm talking about? They're
Uh-huh.
little tiny pickles. They're super sweet. a lot of times they are in relish that you buy. So you grind up. They're just little sweet pickles basically, and I mix it with some horseradish and you just blend it, and you can add onions or whatever you want. It's basically a relish. And then, of course, you've had caramelized onions before, right?
Oh yeah.
That would go good with your ribs. The caramelized onions, spicy tomato jam is off the hook. It is so delicious. And it's really easy to make. As you know, I try to get everybody to don't be intimidated by these words and by gourmet food because it's super simple to make. I personally love using a wok. Do you own a wok, Danny?
I used to. I think my ex-wife got it in a divorce. I have to get another one.
Absolutely, you have to. It's great. I cook everything in it, and you can get small or large ones. It carries such a perfect heat, and if you get the nonstick, it's super easy. Anyone can cook in them, and it's really hard to burn it or screw up. So I just chop up a bunch of sweet Maui onions or golden onions and toss it in the wok at high heat with olive oil, butter, and just reduce it down. Throw in some brown sugar. You know I love brown sugar, right?
Brown sugar. There you go. I know.
My secret weapon makes you fall in love with me when you eat my food. So I add a little bit of thyme, fresh thyme, and red chili flakes to make it spicy. And then I take Roma tomatoes. If you use about six onions, I would double about 6 to 8 Roma tomatoes, chop them or blend them in your processor and throw it in the wok and just reduce it down. Keep reducing it down, add a little salt and pepper, and it's magnificent. A little aged cheddar cheese, and you don't have to do a Kobe beef. Kobe beef can vary in price. I mean, you could get up to $110 a pound if you get, the true Wagyu Kobe beef, or you can get American Kobe beef, which can be also pretty pricey, $8.99, or just a nice chuck crown, and put a little bit of Parmesan cheese inside of it. I chop Thai basil and lemon basil, and I add it in there, give that South Pacific flair to it that I love, and put it on a brioche slider bun. It's fantastic.
I see that. I had Kobe beef one time where I could cut this steak, literally cut it with my tongue. It was that tender. I didn't even need a fork. Kobe beef
can I
is.
do that? Wait, I want to watch that.
Whoa. Okay then. The list is growing, Wendy. The list is growing.
There's a lot of expectation here. A lot of expectation.
I know. I got to make chili, cut Kobe beef with my tongue. I got all kinds of things I have to do. All right. So, and we can find this recipe on sexychefwendy.com.
I've been doing this for you and only you. I'm going to post it when we hang up like I did last week. I will post everything I spoke about I put up something on Facebook, which I think you already looked at, but I'll add it to that post and people can check out the recipe. If they have any questions, they can private message me. So there you go.
All right. And I love that. See, we're an exclusive. Wendy and I are an exclusive that way. See, that's how that goes.
We are.
Right?
We are. We have an exclusive relationship that way. We do.
We do. Yes, that's Sexy Chef Wendy. Wendy, say hi to Super Judge. They're my guests tonight.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Hi, Wendy.
You want to be our band chef?
They want a band chef, Wendy. They want a band chef.
He says
Hey,
that.
I'm all in. I love to. Did you guys check out my? I did a post for you too. You see the guitar in the picture?
I do.
Jackson's Flying V. I thought you'd appreciate that.
We do. What is your favorite kind of music anyway, Wendy?
Oh my gosh, that's a loaded question. I mean, I love Metallica, but I also love I love everything. I honestly do, as long as it's good music. I love classical. I love rap. I love classic rock. I honestly I just love great music. I love blues. Johnny Cash is one of my favorites. I mean, I'm truly all over.
There you go. A woman of many tastes.
But the first one she said was Metallica.
Metallica came out first. I see that. That's good.
I mean, what girl doesn't love Metallica? I mean, come on, you know, they're pretty badass.
And
I've seen them in concert. They're amazing.
your favorite Metallica song is Enter Dan Man, right? Oh, wait, that's Sandman.
That's right.
There, I forgot. All right, Wendy. Well, thank you as always for sharing your rockin' recipes with us here on Rock On Radio. And,
These guys are so mellow, Danny. I'm not used to it. I'm used to them being a little bit rowdier.
well, yeah, Claire's not here tonight. Obviously, she's the troublemaker.
Oh, okay. There we go. All right. Well, have a great Sunday. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Make sure everyone visits me at sexychefwendy's.com and have a beautiful week.
I think actually these guys were all mesmerized by your Facebook post with that guitar. So that
Yeah, we liked it.
Yeah, I don't know if we can focus on the music now.
that may be it. We're done.
Well, listen, I'm always available to be your chef, so never worry about that. Have
Beautiful.
a great week. I'll talk to you guys.
All right,
later.
Wendy, rock on. Sexy
Rock on.
Chef Wendy right here on Rock On Radio. She did something the first week. It had caviar and potatoes.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah. All right, it only had 3 ingredients. Now that's when I go. Here we go. Whoa! Brown sugar. We got pizza. Simone is turned into a delivery pizza person now. 2
Yes.
pizzas, too. Look at you.
Good thing she was out of the room for her sexy chef Wendy.
Yeah.
Where she'd be cutting Kobe beef with her tongue on that
Oh
fry.
my god. We got our own band chef already.
All right. 609-241-7103. If you want to give us a call tonight and talk to these guys. Super Judge. All right. Why don't we get to some music? You guys have
Yeah.
been patient. Your fan base has been patient. Simone, where are you going, Simone? So buy pizza?
Too late.
We
We're
can't be
already
distracted by pizza.
Oh,
belongs
On the
to-
table. What are you doing?
But we totally can.
There you go.
Yes.
That's a smell.
Faster. It'll be a fan song.
Yeah, it'd be like Doc Rotten, 4 songs in 11 minutes. So, what are you guys going to do for us this evening?
Well, this is one off of the REP, and it's called Mega Pig.
Mega Pig.
Yeah,
There's got to be a story behind it.
There is.
there is. It spawned out of a jam that was pretty spontaneous, and I'm not sure if it was David or Evan that looked at me after it was over. It was like, that sounded like Megadeth, but also like War Pigs.
I think that was Dave, yeah.
Yeah, that's a Rifkin thing.
It's
Yeah.
like the jam, when I listened back to it, sounded like something Megadeth would play, but had a War Pigs feel to it. So I was like, Mega Pig.
You
Sounds
never cease
perfect to
amaze
me.
Rifkin.
Lo and behold, the song didn't turn out that heavy.
If it sounds like Air Supply, we're in trouble, man. These guys are looking at me like, who's that?
You know what? I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
You got to be old like me to figure that out. All right. So this is a tune called Mega Pig. All right. Super Judge.
Let's go. Racing fast to go. Breathe in, follow your nose. Always wanting more. Nothing ever felt so strong before. You over the fence. Live like me to be free. I see a ray from the roof. Just to cause a bit of misery. Is the enemy. Oh, for power on the streets. Sing, run through your family tree. It's like you know. When we'll enjoy peace, moments that feel so free. Well, nothing stops you now, but you know you wear a phony crown. Peace is the enemy. Thus from now only sings. Sing up to your family tree. It's like you know what it means. We captured days, feel a consuming rage, cut off from the world, but there's plenty more of me, that's for sure. Let's go.
Super Judge right here on Rock On Radio. And a song called
Mega Pig.
Mega Pig. I even sounded like a little bit like Coldplay to me there. The haunting keyboards that John's.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Right here on Rock On Radio. If you want to give us a call, you can do so 609-241-7103. And holding true to her word, Sexy Chef Wendy already tweeted out the recipe, which were Kobe beef sliders on a brioche bun with aged cheddar / spicy tomato caramelized onion jam and cornichon relish. I
Oh,
said
that's
it.
wonderful.
See?
I'm really hungry.
If you could get diabetes from
And
work.
pizza's looking good.
And then she quotes the Stones. Besides brown sugar, she quotes the Stones. It's only rock and roll, but I like it.
Because it tastes good.
See? Because it tastes good. That's right. Many thanks, as always, to Sexy Chef Wendy. You can find that on sexychefwendy.com, or you can go to our website, which is, or my website. The City of Angels website is cityofangelsnj.org. Matter of fact, if anybody would like to become a sponsor of this program, all you need to do is go to cityofangelsnj.org and make a donation. Any amount, $1, $2, $10, $20, whatever you want to give.
16 million.
16 million.
That's very
If
exact.
that's the case, Art and I will meet you in the parking lot. Take it right off your hands. You can do that, and we will make you just in the tab in the comments or the remarks, right? Put Rock On Radio,
Yeah, in the comments, there's a little section there.
and we will give you 30 days of free advertising on this program. Now, keep in mind, for those of you out there listening, that not only does this program air live right now on coaradio.com and societybitesradio.com, but gets re-aired on 7 other stations
Yeah.
throughout the U.S., the U.K., and Canada over the next week. So you guys can be
Wow.
international for about a week.
That's really impressive. I can't even count that high.
Me either.
Wow. Oh, okay.
I'm a drummer. I only count to 4,
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
sometimes less. But so you can do that if you would like, and we will gladly make you a sponsor of this program. That's our way of giving back, right, Art? Sure. Art disagrees, agrees, it doesn't matter. Or you can go to our website, my website, which is www.dannycoleman'srockonradio.com.
Or DCROR.com.
Correct.
I had to think about that for a minute.
That's the short link, DCROR.com, where you can find out all about the 10th anniversary bash. You can see pictures of the staff. You can see
Everything that's Danny Coleman.
the rocktimonials, that were sent in about the 10th anniversary bash. I like that rock.
I think
came up.
links back to all of the.
Links back to you.
Yeah, but I mean, I think she has links back to all the bands that are playing at the entertainment.
Yes, she has all the links for the bands that are playing at the 10th anniversary show, which are Radio Fiction, John Alberici, The Williams Boy, Kevin John Allen, Astronaut Jones, Dave Vargo, Strawberry Pie, and the Joe Weimer Band.
Yeah.
So
Very good.
I'm telling you, my memory's coming back. See what happens? I severely curtailed my drinking. All right. So I haven't asked this question in a while, but I have a feeling these guys are going to give me a unique answer.
Ooh.
Ooh, I'm ready.
One of you, or all of you, doesn't matter. Take me through a super judge practice.
Super judge practice.
Well,
Okay.
first things
The
first. It's
PC
either
version.
Sunday or Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well,
You know, I'd like to hear it from Rifkin.
well, how many
Yeah.
times a week do you practice?
Twice a week.
Twice.
Okay.
Well,
so
if
it's-
we have a gig, we'll try and throw in the third one beforehand. just
Okay.
to Stay, ready. But usually, traditionally, it depends if we're trying to be productive or trying to be creative. Because creativity is a lot of jamming, a lot of trying things out, experimenting. Productivity is working on a song we already have established, working on a particular part. So we determined that what we're going to do, go over the agenda for the day and everything, and just try to at least come away from each practice with something positive, do something right and everything. But yeah, pretty much that. Whether it's working on a new song, writing something new, preparing for a gig, focus on those things, promoting. It's the part no one wants to do, but you
Oh,
have to do
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
The hustle.
Yeah. That's
Oh.
the hardest part. That's the hard
Yeah.
part.
Yeah.
I agree.
That is my main. I've done several interviews for this party, for various press outlets, and they ask me what's the toughest part about dealing with musicians over the 10 years. It's promotion, hands down.
Yep.
Promotion.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Speaking of a promotion, we're playing the St. Asbury
Oh.
Saturday, May 4th. We're
Shameless self-promotion. You gotta love it. That's why we're here.
Please make us rock stars.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
Who else is on the bill?
We're playing with an awesome band called Among Us. They're actually good friends of ours, and another awesome band called Canamera. It's gonna be a good rockin' show. We're the late show. Doors are at 9:45. We go on at 10.
Oh wow.
Asbury's usually our main stomping ground. We play
Yeah.
tons of gigs there. Stone Pony, the same, a bunch of places.
I like it then.
Oh, yeah. That's if short of going to Nashville, that's the place to be in the area for music. There's music everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And for years ago, when I first started or became part of that community, that was this way. There was music everywhere. I mean, just you couldn't. Coffee shops, street corner. There was just music everywhere. And then, Madison Marquette made a few moves, and all of a sudden, a lot of those venues stopped having music.
Yeah.
But now I'm glad to see that it's coming back. That they've kind of, figured out a way to do it.
I wasn't sure if I was just, like noticing it because I was part of it now, or if it was actually changing. But I'm glad that you're saying that because I'm glad it's changing.
Yeah, there was. Well, I know. I can't remember the exact details, but I just know that there were places. I used to do a gig there at this place called the Sandwich, which was right on the boardwalk in front of the mini golf. Okay, we know where
Okay.
that's at,
Yep.
across from the Pony, right
Yeah.
there in front of the mini golf.
Yeah.
It was a moving pod that they had a sandwich shop in. She had hot and cold sandwiches, and it was a great
Oh,
gig. You
okay.
set up outside right in front of the mini golf. She, gave you a small stipend and free food and drink, and you could put out a tip jar. So
Wow.
depending on who you were performing with, I made as much as $90 myself from the
Nice.
collective tips, and as little as $5, depending on who the artist was. And but when they came in with this licensing and they started charging fees to host live music, that eliminated the Sandwich. That eliminated the Twisted Tail on Cookman Avenue. It was a coffee shop used to have music, and they stopped
Jeez.
doing that. And a lot of the smaller venues who could not afford to pay the licensing fee, quote unquote, for music, were put out of business, which essentially left the Pony, the Saint, and the Wonder Bar as the only games in
Yeah.
town there for a small period of time
Mhm.
as
That's
a
a
musician.
shame.
And so naturally, what had happened was it had gone from a large singer-songwriter presence. When I first got into the Asbury community, it was a lot of bands. And then it became more singer-songwriter. And then when that went into effect, it went kind of switched back to bands. And now it's kind of a nice mix, I think, of both. And yeah, it's just a shame, but it's always a struggle. But Asbury is the place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for,
Sure.
for the music. Matter of fact, the Asbury Music Awards should be. I was told they're the first week of May, but I haven't even seen anything yet. So
Mm.
who knows? Have ever guys been to those? You ever been to the Asbury Music Awards
Nah.
No,
at Stone Pony?
it's the first week of May.
This year it is.
Is it usually?
Supposedly, no. Well, it used to be the second week of December, first or second week in December.
Oh,
And the original Asbury Music Awards were called the Golden T-Birds Awards when the Saint was Mrs. T's lounge or whatever the heck it was. And Scott Stamper brought it back and turned them into the Asbury Music Awards.
Oh wow.
And they were in December, but the original ones used to be in April. So the last couple years they've been in April. They make the Oscars look like a lunch hour because this show is like 6 hours long.
Oh.
But it starts at I think 7:00, and it's done when it's done, which is usually somewhere around midnight to 1:00 in the morning. But they have all kinds of different categories for individual musicians and bands and groups and things like that. So that's always fun. But if you get a chance to go, it's a great networking event because you can meet all. Nobody's jamming that night anywhere because they're all at the Saint. Or I mean, all at the Stone Pony.
Yeah.
The Saints closed because that's where Stamper is. So it's usually a good night. You guys have a favorite spot that you like to perform in, or something that's a little more fitting for your style of music?
I mean, we've been loving the Saint recently.
Yeah.
Yep.
we were there twice now, and Scott's really awesome. You know, we deal with him usually when we get the gigs there, and he really likes us. He like invited us back before we even had left our gig last time. You know.
Good.
Yeah.
Well, you got a good group of sound guys in there.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
I think Steve's the guy that we had. He says he's there on Saturdays, and then he works in New York City at like opera houses and theaters and everything. So it was really cool to see him. So
There's a contrast, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
hey, gotta make money.
Oh, geez. So you said earlier that you all write the material.
Yeah.
So when you come, let's say now, Evan, what do you do? Lyrics, or you have melodies that you have in your head? What is?
Yeah,
He's good at lyrics.
I'm really good at making DAWs.
I'm good at translating the DAWs into other stuff.
But yeah, I work on a lot of lyrics and stuff, and just conceptually, I think like everything, whether it's a riff that he started with, or a melody that he came up with, or or Luke as well, bass line or guitar riff because he plays guitar as well. Like I think we're always open, to be like, oh, you should do this, or like let that groove, or we jam it out. We like to take ideas and just jam and see where it goes. So it's like all of our ideas are pretty collective, no matter where they started from. And then sometimes Luke is feeling the lyrics, or Rifkin's feeling the lyrics, and then John feels like singing it, or we'll be like, hey, that needs your voice or your voice. So we're pretty democratic. Well,
Democratic.
yes.
Yeah, that
exactly.
too. All right. Well, you guys want to do another tune?
Sure.
Yeah.
And you had something to say there, Dave? You look like you're about to chime in.
It's
with
all good. I was just gonna say, like, we have like our saying is always serve the song. There's no ego. Whatever makes the song better, we will do that.
Oh,
We
we,
want, yeah. So
we will talk
That's the
about
goal.
ego when you come back.
gotcha.
Because we all have one. It's a
Yes.
matter of how we manage
I have no ego at all.
it. No.
About that, Rifkin.
Mhm. Cal Rifkin. No, sorry.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you're too young for Cal Ripken.
Cal Ripken Jr.
Either
Oh.
one.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Best thing to ever come out of Baltimore. Probably.
Could
Yeah.
be.
definitely.
Mhm.
Oh,
Could
besides
be.
the aquarium, I love the aquarium.
You go there often?
I've been there.
I've been there.
There used to be a joint, and I call it a joint because that's exactly what it was at the far end of the inner harbor. And it looked like a shack that was ramshackle and falling down. And you walked in, and there was like an 8-seat counter. That was it. And they served the best soup, the crab soup that I've ever had in my life. I was like, I don't want to leave here. Can I stay? How do I take this home? It's out of this world. Fantastic. I don't remember what it was called. I don't even know if it's still there. It's been a long time since I've been to the Baltimore Inner Harbor. That's a whole nother story. But okay, what are you guys going to do for us?
Well, this is a song titled with a letter, and that letter is Q.
Wait 1 sec. You need your guitar, man.
I don't do anything the first half.
Sorry.
Oh, by the way, Jody Weber's listening. She says, "Great show. Now music and food." So she's happy about
Oh yeah.
and we're happy that she's a sponsor because she contributed to City of Angels.
Nice.
Oh, well, then we're thrilled about that.
There we are.
Thanks, Joe.
Okay.
All right.
Woo!
Late night, strobe lights, have the time of your life. This is a song for you to dance. Looking right, you gotta give that a chance. This is chance So take stand. This is song for you to get up and dance. We blast, rock fast. What if tonight is your last? This is song for you to dance. Look and rise, feel the romance. This is song, no second chance. Tonight's night, you gotta get up and dance. Woo! Next round, downtown, never, ever back down. This is song for you to dance. Look and rise and feel the romance. This is life, no second chance. This is song for you to get up and dance. This is song for you to dance. Look and rise, can you feel the romance? You're not life, no second chance. This is song for you to get up and dance.
Super Judge right here on Rock On Radio with their tune called
Cute.
Cute.
Just cute.
Just
cute.
you.
Just cute. like the James Bond character.
Exactly.
Cute. There you go. All right. If you want to give us a call at 609-241-7103, I'll give you something. We'll give you Rock on Radio merch. Art, why don't we give them free tickets to the 10th anniversary bash?
That sounds like a good idea. And we'll throw in some Jack Furlong CDs.
Yes, a Jack Furlong CD. We'll give you free tickets, considering it's a free event. You've already got tickets, so show up. Never mind. Simone, are you the guard of the pizza there? What do you do? Are you recording everything?
She's
Wow.
guarding the pizza.
She's engaging in unauthorized reproduction. All right, we authorize it. There you go. What kind of pizza did you get? Oh,
Oh yeah.
and plain and chicken parm. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody eat any yet.
Yeah. I'd like one.
We can distribute.
Yeah, you guys can eat. Go ahead. What do you want?
I think we should play that tune that you sent me. It's like 8.5 minutes long. It gives us plenty of time.
Time to eat, right? Yeah, there you go. Welcome to Rock On Radio. Who's this? Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, turn your computer off or your radio volume down or whatever.
Okay. Now I just want to say Super Judge is very good.
Who is this?
This is Mary Lou Burke.
Oh.
Little Mary Lou, how you doing?
John got excited.
Ah,
All right. Now, how do you know these guys, Mary Lou?
John William is my cousin.
Ah.
Yeah.
I see. All right. Very cool.
And I'm his favorite aunt, and he's my favorite cousin.
Apparently
Damn
so.
right about that.
And if you weren't, you are now. That's for
That's
sure.
right.
So do you
Yeah, I
have
just want.
go ahead.
Hello.
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 Did you have anything you wanted to ask or tell these guys or say to
Just
these?
wanted to tell them to keep it up, and they're definitely going somewhere.
Ooh.
Oh, thanks, little Mary Lou.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I know.
honey.
I know where they're going, Mary Lou. Right after this program, they're going home. But you know what, Mary Lou? Because you were kind enough to call us, I want you to go to dcror.com and send me an email with your address, and I'll send you something just for calling in to Rock on Radio. How's that?
You got that. Not a problem. Thanks so much.
Fantastic. So, all right, rock on, Mary Lou.
Okay, bye-bye.
There you go. She said Mary Lou, right?
Yep.
Okay. I had to think there for a second. She distracted me with was that a pizza signal? What was that?
See, the pizza is distracting.
Chicken? Oh, is that what the big
Chicken
C?
pizza.
This is chicken.
No, that's okay. Thank you.
I know that's
Not yet. No, thank you.
This is delicious.
It's delicious pizza.
Yeah.
Probably cold now.
No, it's still
No,
good.
it's
got
not.
some warmth.
No, it's still hot.
It could be frozen. I'd still eat it.
Okay,
He's got a point.
that's good. Whoa. All right, well, you guys enjoy your pizza there.
Pizza has no minimum temperature.
No, that's true.
Absolutely.
I've eaten cold anchovy pizza at like 2:00 in the morning before.
God bless you.
Yeah, I never once.
You can do anything once.
You can do anything once.
You can
That's
fall out of
right.
plane without a parachute once.
Correct. Never. I saw a shirt when I was over in New Hope at a gig one time. I had some time to kill, and I saw a shirt that said, "If at first you don't succeed,